Hey everyone, I'm Hermione, your host, and welcome to the 4th episode of A Little Bit of This, A Little Bit of That, a series where I aim to invite one special guest per episode to try out good, underrated restaurants and food spots while asking them all sorts of questions. In this episode, I'm with Theodora, also known as Theo or Dora, girl boss, and a very prominent figure at Macau Anglican College. She's currently studying law in the UK at a very prestigious university I will leave the honor of unraveling to her later in the video as we eat a warm meal at Su Cafe. So, come along and join me for some good food and even greater talk. Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of A Little Bit of This, A Little Bit of That. Today I'm with another one of my very famous guests. This is Theo. Yay! So just to start off, introduce yourself. Who are you and what are you currently doing?
Okay, so I'm Theodora. I was a very prominent figure at my alma mater, Macau Anglican College. I'm currently in the UK at Durham University studying law.
Okay guys, we're at Su Cafe. So as you guys know, I usually have some sort of spiritual connection with all of my guests. Theo, how do we know each other?
I believe it's when I used you as one of my minions for my student council campaign. The only time we started to get close to each other when we were in big band.
Oh yeah.
The Tuesday nights.
Yeah, because you couldn't not talk. It was like 7 p.m. Right?
Exactly. I just remember enjoying your company because you always like flatter me, and every time I feel down, I'm just like Hermione, and you're like, Theo, my queen, my.
Also, just tell us a bit about what you were like in school.
I think whoever would like describe me would be like, oh, she's really intimidating. But if you get to know me, I'm actually really funny.
Really funny.
And I'm very like supportive, very motivated. I was very busy in school. I did everything. The teacher's pet, but also the cool kid. But I also was in all different bands, sports, yeah.
And you were also very smart. You were like that, like one really annoying overachieving kid.
Yeah, I was the overachiever. Yeah. I didn't like bullies. I didn't like teachers being bullies. Like my classmates always brought me to Mr. Whenever they were in trouble because they knew that I would.
You were like their advocate.
Yeah.
And that leads to what you're studying now.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. I feel like that's also how I decided that maybe law is a good choice for me. So there was this one defining moment that I actually added into my CV was when my friend was absent for I think the first 2 days of school because she was just coming back from holiday. The school just recently issued a new policy where if you were absent at all in the last year of Form 6, that you would not be eligible for the principal's honor. Yeah, and they just announced it the first day of school, which she wasn't there. The policy books, it was never mentioned, so she had no idea. And when she tried to apply for the principal's recommendation, she couldn't get it because they said, oh, you were absent for the first 2 days of school, and she had no idea. And then so she tried to appeal and complain. She was really nervous. We have a very interesting teacher that is known for manipulating and gaslighting and being very condescending. I really hope it isn't that. She brought me to his office and then immediately he was like, what is she doing here?
Kill me now.
I'm here to make sure that he has his rights and everything and she's respected. My classmates and just people in general, they just can't speak up for themselves, like especially with an authority figure. It's not disrespectful to stand up for yourself, you know? I made sure that my friend was protected and she ended up getting the principal recommendation.
Yeah, okay, so we've said this multiple times already, but please tell us again which university you go to and what you're studying.
So I'm studying law at Durham University. Law LLB, 3 years. Optional, 4 years if you want to do a study abroad. Contract. Contract, EU law, UK constitutional law, tort law. Introduction to English law and legal method, individual and state, which is basically like employment, freedom, and human rights law, basically. That's the first year. Super boring, hated all of them. The only one I enjoyed was tort. I'm probably the worst person to talk to about this because I'm not very involved in my cohort. So for my year, the 2021 cohort year, was the last year that the UK government gave the LLB qualification to. So when you graduate from the law degree, you have a qualified law degree, and then you can go on and do like a training contract, and then that's fine. After my year, they scrapped that, so the law degree doesn't mean that you can become a lawyer. You have to still do like an LPC and then the SQB, and like it's basically that.
Just more barriers.
Yeah, it's just like if you want to do law, then you can do any subject and then do that exam and then qualify to become a solicitor. If anyone right now wants to become a lawyer but doesn't want to study the law degree or doesn't know what they want to do and law is an impossibility, then you can study whatever you want and just study really hard for the exam.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, it's not. Law degree will help you in those subjects. Will give you a leg up because they'll teach you how to answer the questions. They'll teach you how to think like a lawyer and everything.
Right.
The second year, the 3 compulsory modules, if you want to have a qualifying law degree, are land law, trusts and equity, criminal law. I enjoyed criminal law, hated trust, hated land. The rest are optional modules that you can choose. I did employment, bio law, and family law.
I think I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
So like divorce court, everything belongs within that section.
Yeah, family law is quite interesting. It's a very new like section
Right.
of law because it's
complicated.
Yeah, like
It's
the
involved.
marriage and everything is very Christian based and very religious based, and so marriage is difficult to determine whether you got married or not on what grounds, like marriage, Christian marriage, and a Muslim marriage, all of these different marriages. Like some of them aren't even recognized because of the Church of England and stuff. Same-sex marriages, they don't apply. I mean, they're not the same as a regular marriage. Different contract, different law, annulment. Like if you didn't consummate a marriage, that's grounds for annulment. If you can prove that you didn't like have sex. Yeah, exactly. Interesting to know the history about these things because like sodomy, if a man commits infidelity with another woman, that's not infidelity. But if a man commits sexual act with a man, then it is infidelity. And a woman having sex with another man, that's infidelity because he has the probability of getting pregnant with the other man, whereas the man doesn't have that possibility. So it's a one-way street. So I think it applies to both things. I didn't do really well in my family law module because I don't know why. I thought it was going to be easy, but it isn't.
Well, I mean, speaking of things that you think will be easy but aren't, that's like very well. So a lot of like little kids, if you're like watching this, whatnot, and you have this really glamorous idea of law, what would you say to that? You know, people who watch, I don't know, Suits, Legally Blonde, they're like, oh, that's so cool, like I'm gonna advocate for you know, the people who are suffering. What's law really like?
It's not like that. Please, if you're watching Suits and you decide, you know what, I am going to study law, it is seriously not like that. You do not have a photographic memory. I'm sorry, it's not going to be that easy for you, okay? It's going to be difficult. Friends that I've met was like, oh my god, anyone can do law. I have a friend who helped me with my exam. He's like, oh my god, it's so easy. Like, I can do law, definitely. It is not difficult. Like, if you put in the effort and if you work hard for it, you can definitely do law, and it'll be easy for you. But like, especially coming out of high school, and if you didn't like have any background on how to write an essay and how to analyze things, if you're using what you learned in high school in university in general, it isn't even just about law. It's like basically all humanities essay-based subjects. You're not going to do very well. It's different. Like, school doesn't teach you exactly how to write an essay. They teach you how to write an exam. Like, they teach you what Cambridge, like, A-levels want. They don't actually teach you how to write an academic essay. And that was why my first year was really challenging. I was just doing what I was taught, you know, answering the question, PEE, you know, do the PO, like, analysis, and a lot of the time you need a lot of academic, like, cross-referencing. You need academic evidence, like, opinions and stuff. You cannot have your own opinions, exactly. Like, who do you think you are having your own opinions? And if you have an opinion that no one else has, then your opinion is probably wrong. Like, a lot of my essays that I kind of don't put in a lot of effort in because I didn't really understand the question, I just said, oh, this person said this, and blah, 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 explains, and then goes like, this other person said this, and like, I didn't really understand the question. I kind of just took what other people said and put it in, and I got a first for that essay, and I was like, okay, I think I cracked the code.
The code being no free thinking, no originality. Keep all your opinions to yourself and quote from other people.
Someone I know who is really amazing at writing essays, and he analytical and very critical and everything. And so I think essay writing definitely is an art that is difficult to master, but once you do, then it's pretty much the same format for all of the ways that you write. And yeah, like my biggest advice is just to learn to write an essay properly, because that will help you so much. Like content learning isn't difficult at all. Like anyone can learn content, put it on flashcards and read and stuff, but it's difficult to write a good essay. That's what I have to stress. Please,
brush up on
yeah, literally, you need to just write an essay. It doesn't matter that you know this random case and the judgment of that random case if you can't use it properly in an essay. It was just really humbling because I thought I was a really good writer. I was always praised and like, no, not really. I was never praised on my writing. I was praised on my arguments and like how I presented them. But I was never the writer of the grade. You know, Caillou was the writer, Bernard, they were the writers. I was very much just, this is what I think. It is good to like, you need to get into reality, just because I was in math, just because I was really good at English and like history and stuff, it doesn't mean that I was a good writer. And it was very obvious with my A-level results that my STEM subjects, like I got better in STEM than I did in my humanities. I should have known in that moment that maybe I should have stuck to myself.
Hey you guys! To say it's been a while is more than an understatement. I'm really sorry I haven't been as active. I've been away at university in London, where I study English language and literature at UCL. It's been an amazing year. I've had loads of fun in my course, so I'm very happy for that. But unfortunately, I've neglected some of my older projects, which is a huge shame because I've had wonderful guests, amazing guests who I've interviewed and whose videos now I want to edit and share with you all since it is the summer. We had Theodora, or Theo, or Dora, in this episode telling us about the realities of pursuing law at university. Obviously, it's not as glamorous as the media depicts it to be, but it is still a very noble and very serious profession that if you're interested in, this video is for you. Not to mention she studies it at a very high level at a very prestigious university in the UK, Durham University. So if you are interested in anything she says, this video and the subsequent ones, part 2 and part 3, are also for you. Thank you so much, as usual, for all of your support, your views, your subscriptions, your comments, all that stuff. I appreciate it greatly. Again, it's just me, my iPhone, my computer, so any support is more than appreciated. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep a pretty regular schedule up and running where I upload videos, hopefully on a much more consistent basis. But thank you all so much once again for the support, and remember to stay tuned for the next video.